Hello YouTube! I've been a member of this community for almost 2 months, and I've watched many videos, left several comments on various channels, and now I'd like to introduce myself and start my own video blog. And yes, I am reading this off a script, because my mind tends to be very fluid and tangential, which is not conductive to a coherent conveying of ideas, especially since I talk really fast, and when I'm not terribly coherent at the same time, it just doesn't work. So I'm still talking fast, but at least my ideas are prescripted. Where was I? Anyways, I apologize for the poor quality of this video. I use a Fuji FinePix S700 camera, which is a photography camera with a video mode rather than an actual video camera. My name is Justin, and I live in the province of Alberta, which is in Canada. I'm interested in a wide variety of topics. I'm an amateur video game programmer, something that I eventually hope to make a career. I've been playing Magic the Gathering off and on. I stopped playing that seriously when Invasion hit because I didn't really like the emphasis on gold cards. I have become interested again during Ravnica Block and more recently Shadow War because I really like the hybrid mechanic. I'm looking forward to the pre-release this weekend of Shards of Alara. Despite its emphasis on gold that Invasion had, it's looking to be a much more solid block with a lot of the same flavor that I liked of Ravnica. My favorite color combination in Magic the Gathering is blue and green. On YouTube, I've been following the debates between atheists and Christian creationists, including such drama as The Amazing Atheist versus Don Exodus, and Venom Thing X versus Thunderfoot. From comments that I've left on those videos, people seem confused on where I stand as far as religious versus evolutionary, beliefs. My basic belief structure is classified as pantheism. What that means is that I believe the universe and everything in it is God, or that God is in every cell of our being. I will say up front, because I've seen logical debates from atheists about God, that my beliefs on God are unfalsifiable and unprovable. As such, I do not try to convince anyone that my understanding of God is the right one for that very reason. That does not prevent me from talking about my beliefs. I just don't go out and say, my way is the right way, believe me or else. That's just not my nature. And like I say, unfalsifiable and unprovable, I won't even go into logical debates there, because I've seen them, and if something's unfalsifiable, you can't convince me. If it's unprovable, I can't convince you. That's all there is to it. The best way I found to describe my understanding of the divine is that God is energy, plus a few characteristics that scientists usually don't describe as energy, such as a basic plan and foundation. On the stance of evolution, it's a valid scientific fact, and within the parameters of this divine foundation. Which is to say that I kind of stand in the middle of these creationist versus evolutionist debates. I stand on the evolutionist side of the creation versus evolution. However, I'm on the believer side of the believers in God versus the atheists, which kind of makes my position kind of like I'm on, like, whenever I try and speak, everybody's like, no, you're against what I believe. It's like, well, sorry, but that's just the way it is. We all have the spark of divinity within us. Like I say, God is energy. We all have energy within us. This spark of divine gives us the power to shape the world as creators of our own destinies. I will emphasize here that we are all God, and also, from the same point of view, we are all one, and that latter has been shown to be true by quantum physics. That essentially that we are all one entity. Some of the sources that I've read that form my belief structure are the works of Dawkins, various books by Neil Donald Walsh, most notably Conversations with God, studies of the ancient Celtic Druidism and its modern movements, as well as very basic Kabbalistic and ceremonialist works such as those of Israel Regardie. I'm sure I mispronounced his name, and I apologize for that. More recently, the videos What the Belief Do We Know and The Secret have been very inspirational to me. Also various Gnostic teachings, as well as the Dead Sea Scrolls, as well as all sorts of fascinating modern scientific research. I occasionally attend services at the local Unitarian Universalist Church and find some of the exchanges of ideas there very interesting. I do not adhere to any dogma, scriptural or otherwise. In fact, most of the sources that I've just indicated above have their merits and flaws. For example, while I find most of the Druidic faith interesting and applicable, my name is not CelticShiva for no reason at all. I disagree. However, I disagree with the ancient practice of human sacrifice. I was not always a pantheist. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness by my mother, who was a single parent. Even as a child, I did not find much stock in the Bible. I could quote scripture by memory. I could answer almost all the Watchtower magazine article questions, even before reading the article. But I found I could never just believe. The Skeptical Student posted an interesting vlog about belief not being a choice, and in retrospect, I find applicable to this story. I have decided to make this video a video response to his video for that reason. You can click the link below that this is a video response to his video down there, and also I've also put on the side there, right? I'm not looking at the screen, I'm looking at the camera, so it's over here. So yeah, his video is also in the comment section as well. Anyways, to continue the story of my spiritual background, after being orphaned at age 16 and living with my brother, who was an elder and a minister in the Jehovah's Witness congregation, I moved out of my own at age 17. I became interested in Druidism and pantheism in general. I did it again. This is the third take, I'm still making the same mistake. I became interested in Druidism and paganism in general. I have since formed a more concrete spirituality and understanding of the universe through my own spiritual development, as well as the work cited above. In my time so far on YouTube, I've developed as a person and as a spiritual being. Ideas presented by various YouTubers have caused me to rethink and reevaluate these ideas. The following people have been great inspirations to me so far: Thunderfoot, Edward Current, Eddie Goomba, and yes, Venom Fang X, without whom I probably wouldn't have asked myself some of the more pressing conundrums about evolution, which has led me to some interesting revolutions about the universe as a whole. And I keep forgetting to add to the end of this and conclude it, but so I'm winging it now. Blah. I hope to continue to express myself on YouTube and to continue to learn from the other members of this community, and possibly express some of these various ideas and spiritual insights that I have gained just from being on this community. And that's kind of what I'd like my video blog to be about, just kind of my own spiritual growth, and just talking about various world issues and current events that are going on in the world. It's just kind of a video blog about stuff. And yeah, so I hope to catch you later, and I'm still looking at the screen even though there's nothing there. And yeah, so that's just kind of me in a nutshell, and I have nothing scripted, so I'm just kind of rambling now. So I'll just kind of end this video here.